it's great to have you here. Welcome again to the SB box in this wonderful weather. I'm really cranking out videos thematically here because it's just so much fun. The people are super nice and you can really have a conversation here. So it's very, very cool. That's why I also love making these videos for you here. Our wonderful SB box in all its glory. I brought along the 5, and there are also a few dirty tires on it. And I want to test a tool, namely this one, the scrub pad from CarPro. Although it doesn't carry the name scrub pad, it is essentially this scrub phase on this not trapezoid, but parallelogram shape with a small sponge in the middle. On both sides, it can be easily grasped. In my opinion, the sponge could be a bit firmer, but it's okay. So it's not a major criticism, but it would be cool if it were a little more stable. And we will test this together today on the tire sidewall. I believe this is, of course, the highest stress for this fiber, and the part will no longer be usable in my interior. But I just want to test it out. How can it be handled to give you feedback? And anyone who wants to clean their tires with such a scrub surface can take a look at this. So let's pick a tire and just test it out. How is it in terms of handling? Let's go. As a wheel cleaner, I have brought you the D-Gloss Kamatory Wheel and Tire Cleaner from Soft 99. With this, we now call it the Fighter Jet Spray Head. You can write down below. The handling is simply brilliantly designed because these little wings on top stabilize it in your fingers. This means that even if you let go here, you still have it in your hand on the other side. So if the spray head you sand or the bottle slips out of your hand, then you have definitely done something wrong, because a strap around it or something like that would make it even better. But it's so crazy here with the head link, it supports itself everywhere. So absolutely well done. We're going to test it now on the tire, this combination. It's not massively dirty right now, but I just want to test the handling of this scrub pad for you here. That's why I'm wearing gloves, because with the wheel cleaner, I don't want that dark sauce running all over my hands. And now we're just going to test it out. The foam should still be set. Let's spray it and see if it colors significantly here. If not, that's not a problem. We can also remove the small grid at the front, and then there should be more spray. However, it still has a bit of foam. It does color a little here. You can see a slight yellow tint. But I believe that when we start scrubbing with the scrub head now, it will look different. So you can set it to foam and also to a slightly foamy spray. And now let's go over here. Here comes the next Johanniter vehicle. Yes, now we can see the dark color. So you see, it is still dirty. And there was the Dodge from the front again. It is still dirty. But in terms of handling, it fits perfectly on the tire sidewall, depending on how high your tire is, around 2001. However, the tire is not among the widest, but also not among the thinnest. It works well, so it can be guided nicely for a long time, but for such a pad, it's still a maximum load and a bit of torture, but you can do it, it works. However, as you can see here, it does suffer a bit over time, so it definitely separates all the loose fibers here on the side, and in terms of dirt, we can already see a significant difference. But the advantage of this scrub fiber is why I really like using it on the tire. So a big recommendation for this is simply that the friction effect is not extremely strong, but you can see here on the side that it does wear down. But I think these are just the last fibers from the cut here. I have that too. It's not a huge problem. These are the last fibers from the cut that are coming off. It won't be avoided, but the rest will hold. But it really feels genuine here, and that's what matters. It handles beautifully, and the strain on the tire is indeed very, very low. With a proper brush, the strain is much, much greater. And that's why you see such a scrub fiber here. It works and also gets all the dirt out. Now let's play this back, and then we can test it again with the other side or with the clean side, which I will also play back shortly to see if any dirt comes off. So, you just saw while rinsing that you won't get it 100% white anymore. But we are at a very, very good level of cleanliness. I would just rinse it again at home after you have roughly cleaned it here, because when we press here, a little bit of dirt still comes out from deep down. You see, it's getting a bit darker again. I want to show you everything. I don't want to misrepresent anything or sugarcoat it. The sponge inside here naturally collects dirt as well. This means to knead it a bit somewhere in the wash bucket at the SP box, rinse it out, and then just clean it at home, and then it all works. Now we naturally have the problem that we can't get it 100% clean. I'm squeezing it a bit, but you can already see here that I can't achieve a 100% cleanliness level anymore. But I'm just going to go over it again with this side and see if it turns as black again. As you can see, that's not the case here. And we still have some residue left in here. Look, I can scrub it. Harder too. 2001, really scrub. I'm scrubbing with pressure now. As you can see here, it's not getting any cleaner. So the cleaning worked well. We don't have any residues here anymore. And now Sebastian says to apply some cleaner again. You can say whatever you want. We're happy to do that again. Go ahead and apply it again. But first, wipe it down once more. This looks really dark here, right? It would be even darker if there was still dirt on it. Now I have to rinse it off again. So you see here it works, but you also see these small side fibers. With such strong stress, they will eventually pull out, but that's not a problem. That's why it only affects this last outer edge. And if the thread comes loose, no problem, the rest remains stable. That's completely normal, it just has to do with this cut. But it works. The handling is right, and the cleaning performance is suitable with the Kamitore WL Tire Cleaner. I'm going to play this now, and then we'll briefly summarize, because this part has absolutely passed. Just make sure to clean it nicely afterwards. And for the tire, it's not as extreme a load as with a brush. Really well suited. Also in terms of the grip, this small tool is also really well suited for tire cleaning. But if your tire is really heavily soiled, with a lot of that film on it, you could also use a brush. But if you do this regularly, you can reduce the strain, the constant strain on the tire a bit by simply entering this scrub phase. So, just like with polishing, once with a heavy cut polish brush, and then once with a finish polish, keep the part alive. And since any scrub fiber is suitable, there is also Scrub Country. I will just link a few other things below, including scrub pads or scrub mids from Chemical Works. There is a lot available. And here too, the ones from CarPro work very well for that. The only important thing is to rinse them out nicely afterwards. So in terms of handling, top performance, it fits gently for the tires, and the cleaning worked well with the very, very good Kamitore WL Tire Cleaner with this really crazy spray head. But it works. Not only does it have a nice design, but the design is also truly practical for everyday use. And so, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Feel free to check it out. The price is around $390 or something like that. And with the code, you get it for about $350 or whatever. So I think it's quite good in terms of price in the whole scrub pad world. Until then, I wish you a nice day and see you in the next video.